We are going live in 3, 2, 1. We're live. It's McGolfin TV. How's everyone doing?
Great. How you doing, Phil?
I'm excellent. Thanks for asking.
All right, we're doing a 7-iron challenge today. I'm gonna have to shoot to see what this cover is because I don't even know how far I can go where the cover is.
Yeah.
You could run the flyover if you wanted. No, either or. All right, this third red stake. I got to go to the second red stake. It's 135. Okay. Just trying to make the fairway here. That's in the fairway.
All right. Very nice. We are off. Welcome to the show, guys. Doing a quick little 9 holes. We're not going to take up your whole day. We've got some U.S. Open golf to watch later on this afternoon. So we're bringing you a little quick 9-hole stream. 7-iron challenge. Gonna be a fun one. Let's check out hole number 1 here. It's par 4, 348. He's in the fairway. I'm going to guess he's going to take a 7-iron and try to just get close to the hole. Just a guess. Hey, what's up, Stack Java? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome in. Let's do some shout-outs. We got Iron Dog. What's up? Cameron. Yo. Good morning or good afternoon to you guys, wherever you're at. Stack Java says, no missed fairways. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Well, we'll see. One of the challenge here is going to be some of the short par 3s.
Yeah. All right, I've got 204 left. I don't have enough to make it. So we're just going to play it on the right-hand side. Keep it safe.
Cool.
Hit a 7-iron. Right over the bunker.
Oh, nice.
On the left-hand side.
Cool.
Should be a good run up from there.
There you go. Stack Java says half swings always hit fairways. Yeah, good point. What's up, Rod? Good to see you. Welcome in, guys. Happy Saturday. Happy U.S. Open. I believe in the business they call that moving day. Don't actually know why. I mean, I do, but let's pretend I don't. It's definitely moving the day, though. I was watching the featured coverage on their website, and, oh, who was it? Who was I watching? These poor guys. They were like, plus 10 through like 10 holes. Who was it? Oh yeah, Hideki Matsuyama and Harris English. Yeah. Yeah, they're both plus 7 through 13. Having a rough one out there.
It's not quite enough. I think I'll maybe putt from there, or maybe hit a 7-iron from there. I don't know.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, it was kind of surprising to see some of those high scores this morning. If you guys didn't know, they got some rain overnight there at Chokemont, as we're calling it now. Thanks, Iron Dog. It's a new rule on the channel, guys. We only call it Chokemont. Rod had a good point, which is, you know, kind of this discussion about, is this course really that hard? Or is it all of the discourse and everything else kind of getting in these guys' head? and making them make it harder than it really is. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it must be hard. I mean, it's like, it's crazy to think about like dudes that are all like +6 to +8 handicaps, you know, shooting mid 80s, you know. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Flying Fat Kid? Good to see you.
All right, we're going 7-iron. We're off the green, so I think technically I got to take a 7-iron here.
Okay.
And we want the practice on these is the thing. Oh, that was a dandy. Go in the freaking hole.
Nice job. That looked good.
Thank you.
And we got Golf Wrenching. What's up, Golf Wrenching? Shout out. A happy Saturday walk up to all you guys.
You're getting really good at that.
Yeah, thank you. Oh yeah, that was 1, 2, 3. I believe that was the 4th shot.
Save bogey.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm.
Okay,
not bad
for a 5. Pretty good.
Not bad at all.
I will take it on this hole.
Yeah. You know, and also, Lex, I don't know what your schedule is this afternoon, but, right, I mean, we're only doing 9 holes because we're doing a challenge. But also, I don't know if you, like, I don't know if it's going to get some rain and there's going to be a pause in the, like, I don't know if you want to consider continuing to play if there's viewers and actually if there happens to be weather and there's no U.S. Open golf. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay.
What challenge might be is I don't know that I have the battery power with me today to do that. I forgot one of my backup batteries.
Gotcha.
I normally have 2 with me, and I didn't charge my stuff yesterday after streaming. I decided to charge it this morning.
Yeah.
And so I left the damn thing on the charger. It was the last thing I was supposed to pack, and I forgot to pack it.
Got it. Okay. Cool, no worries.
But I should be good for, I mean, the pace of play we're going to have here today is going to be lightning fast.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have 18 holes worth of battery power.
Okay, cool.
All right, this is a long hole here, 457. I think this is going to require a 7-iron.
It's actually not that big of a mug, Stack Java. I just have a tiny head. I have a very tiny head. If you guys met me in person, you'd go like, whoa, he's got a little tiny head.
It's like one of those shrunken heads from, you know, pygmy people or something.
Like David Cross, the comedian David Cross. Someone I know got to meet him back in the 90s. And he was blown away at how teeny tiny his head was. All right.
All right, that's straight. It's down the middle. It's not very far. Didn't make the fairway.
Okay. All right. Looked like a good swing, though.
It was a good swing. I'm playing a Q star today, and I don't know if it's going to go as far.
Okay. Cool.
That didn't seem like it went very far for a 7-iron. And I got wind into my face here today too.
All right. Well, let's see. What do I got on the show for you guys today? Let me look at my notes. Yeah, I've got some Rory commentary. I've got to talk about Rory. And as an extension of that, we got to talk about this USGA rule. I've got a spicy take on that.
All right, this is going to take us all 4 shots to get there.
Yeah.
We're going to aim out towards the bunker, stay clear of the water, Oh, shit.
Hmm.
You can't be doing that, though.
What happened?
I pulled it left into a tree.
Oh, okay.
The rough grabbed it. I just got grabby in the rough.
Yeah. That's a good point, actually. That's something I noticed a lot watching the coverage yesterday, is how much these guys struggled to not have the rough grab their club face and close it and send balls left. Yeah.
Yeah, well, normally they're playing this kind of Bermuda stuff like I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oakmont's even thicker.
Yeah. Oh, I got.
All right, not bad.
I got Rod's interest peaked. He's ready to argue. He goes, "What USGA rule? Come at me, bro." Get ready for it, Rod.
All right, so this one went a lot further. I've got 128 left. Got to stick this close. We don't want to be messing around, chipping and putting with this shit. Off to the left. I stubbed it. I chunked it.
That's okay.
I had no rhythm in my backswing.
I mean, you're near the green
No,
in 3,
I really
right?
Short. I short. No, well, I'm not on the green.
I know you're.
I'm near the green.
Near
but
the
I
green.
really short-sighted myself.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna make a fun shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a fun shot.
Anyway, guys, thanks for coming with us today. I'm gonna have a fast round, little short stream. Not too much today since we got the U.S. Open going, but don't forget to click like and subscribe. Helps juice up that algorithm.
I think I got a pitch out left. I don't think I can flop with this. Let's try.
You can do it. Yeah, get in that bunker. Oh, he got over it. What a shot. You guys see that? Barely made it over that bunker. You can flop a
With
7.
a 7 iron.
Yeah, yeah.
I can flop a 7.
Yeah. That was good. That was a don't think, just do type of shot.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're on in 4. Got a putt for par.
Oh, damn, it's hotter than hell out here today.
Mm-hmm. All right. Honestly, not bad.
All right. No, it wasn't.
Really not bad. He was close, Stack Java. Almost got there. That's not bad with the 7 iron. All right. Yeah, so I am positively enthralled by this Rory T. Markers smash. And I know you guys don't like it, but I love it. I keep watching it over and over. It's like golf porn to me. And do I need to show it? Do you guys all know what I'm talking about? All right, well, we'll show it. If you haven't, I don't know how you couldn't have seen this, but watch this. Boom! Yeah! Boom. I can just watch this over and over again. Boom. Whoops. Yeah, anyway. Rory's on a villain arc, and I am here for it. He is going. My list of players I like. He's quickly rising.
All right, 7-iron. We want to try to hit a little low runner of a 7-iron. No more of these high balls. There it is. In the fairway, didn't run.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look at hole 3 real fast. Playing a 1 club challenge today, guys. 7 irons all the way through. Rod says he's going to get a letter from the USGA for that. Yeah, so the one part that I kind of really like about it, and I said this, I think, in the Discord or whatever, but I feel like it must have been kind of premeditated, because don't you guys just kind of auto-assume the T markers? They're almost always made out of, like, concrete, right? Like
metal.
Or metal, right? Like, he must have known that these things are temporary, and they're, like, literally made out of, like, balsa wood, right? And that he wasn't going to mess up his club, and he'd smash the hell out of it. And it wasn't incidental. He went right for it, for the T marker, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he just smashed his club and was like, oopsie, I hit the T marker. Like, it was intentional. The other part I like,
200
too.
yards left. You can keep talking. It's
Okay.
just a 7-iron.
Okay.
Keep talking. It's just a 7-iron.
It's just a 7 iron.
Just a 7-iron in the totally wrong place.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Let's get some. We need to bring T markers. We need to make our own T markers, Lex, so that you can just smash them whenever.
Smash them.
Yeah, just put them out in the fairway,
that
smash
sounds
them.
so rewarding.
Like, it looks so therapeutic, too, that he did that. Yeah, so anyway, he smashes the T marker. And then the other thing that's going on is the press is pissing him off, and he doesn't want to talk to them, which I totally understand. So this was an interesting...
Rory, quick question. Kyle from Bob Does Sports. What was going through your head when you smashed that T marker?
Yeah, anger.
It's 20 questions like that.
Yeah, which just... And yeah, I've got a whole diatribe about these after round interviews and how kind of pointless they are. And actually how we should actually all be against them. Because they overall hurt the product.
A little too much. Going to the back. Stay. Got another chip. Damn it. It's the right idea, though.
So I saw this tweet. And I thought this was kind of interesting. I don't know who these guys are. McGolf TV. Some Twitter account, like some sort of channel. But this guy had a really good point. This guy tweeted this last night. And yeah, I don't know. This guy might be some sort of like tortured golf genius, because this was interesting. But yeah, the most hilarious and badass thing that Rory could ever do is just never give an interview ever again. Right? And here's the thing. And a lot of you guys I know actually aren't on Twitter, which is weird, but everybody's yelling at Rory that he needs to do these dumb interviews. And the justification, their premise, their argument is that he needs to do these interviews for the health of the game, right? That it's like, you have to do them. Come on back.
Pretty darn good right there.
That's not bad. A little zoom in action. Right, there's this thing about like, so basically what this guy said was they're yelling at him to do, that he must do these interviews for the health of the sport, which, let's be honest, is mostly just code for their own paychecks. But the irony here is that his recent silence, his recent boycott of doing the interviews over the past like 2 weeks has given these guys way more content and has become a far more interesting story, and thus is actually generating more revenue for them than any interviews that he would have given over the past week, right? You get nothing bankable out of these, like, stupid, just like prosaic, rote, whatever the term I'm looking for here, this like customary, like you hit it into the rough on hole 3. How did you feel about that? I felt not good about it. Oh boy, that's insightful. This is interesting, right? It's just like this whole thing about Rory not talking to the press is become one of the biggest stories that all these guys are making content off of it and thus making money. I don't know why they want him to give interviews. It's actually better for them if he literally keeps this up, right? Like, how long can he keep this up not talking to them, right? You can spin out content after content as it goes on, right? Lex, does that make sense what I'm getting at there? I don't know if I really said that well.
Yeah, you know, it does. It does. I think financial, you know, it makes financial sense too. I've got 145 yards. 7-iron is a little too much club. I'm going to come back a little bit on the tee box. We're going to choke down on it.
Might need to check Speedify when you get a chance. It was like doing good and it keeps getting crappy.
Okay. Okay. Off to the left. Going to be long too, probably.
Okay.
Left and long.
Yep, that was my concern. This is going to be the real challenge. These par 3s. What's up, Barry?
Yeah.
Barry sitting.
And the next par 3.
Yeah.
The next
Oh,
par
yeah.
3 coming up.
Maybe.
I don't. 7-iron doesn't even cover
Get there. You're gonna have to lay up. You're gonna have to do the Phil special.
Yep.
Barry said that didn't sound like a 7-iron. I'm not making him do 7-irons on the greens. He gets to keep his putter. Barry, come on. Get real. Here we are at hole number 4, par 3, 155. Or actually, it was 147 or something. Right, okay, yeah, thank you, Stack Java. He says, you changed my mind, Phil. I thought he should do interviews for the game. But now that I think about it, yeah, the questions are mostly inane. You don't get anything right. All these journalists want, they want quotes. They want something that's clickbait, right? And we sit here and we're subjected to just hours, like, of our lives watching these stupid press conferences, these stupid after-round interviews. And here's the point. It's not the journalist's fault, and it's not the golfer's fault that they're pointless and boring. This is, I was thinking about this last night. This is the beauty of sports, especially golf, is you don't need to do this stuff because it's a sport and it speaks for itself, right? You don't need extra commentary to really go, okay, I appreciate this. It speaks for itself.
Too much. Too much. Too much.
Right? It's just,
I'm putting though.
all right, nice. It's just these like, you know, great round today. You made that long putt on number 2. How'd you feel about that? I felt great about that. Like, what do you want him to say? There's no interesting answer, right? You had a tough tee shot there on 7 and you went in the rough and had a tough shot out of there. How'd you feel about that? Well, it was tough. You're right. Just like,
yeah.
I just like, there's nothing good that comes out of this stuff. There's nothing meaningful, right? Like, that was always a thing that bugged me back in the Tiger era, is like Tiger was pretty good about being available for those post-round interviews. And you kind of get hyped. You go like, ooh, we get to talk to Tiger, right, at the end of the round. And then they'd ask him questions, and you just leave and go, that was a total letdown. There was like nothing, nothing new. There was nothing interesting said there. And that's because...
So when we're allowed in the press box, it's going to be, all right, Rory, well, what'd you learn today, Rory?
yeah.
And that's all we're going to ask is just, what'd you learn today, bud?
What'd you learn today?
What'd you learn?
Yeah.
And the answer might be like, I learned I hate Oakmont.
Yeah.
You know, and that would be a good answer. Okay, interview over. Good. All right, that's enough.
Yeah.
Instead, you're right, it does take like 6 hours, and the players are just like, dude, I don't have time for this.
Yeah. And here's my thing.
All right, there's another bogey.
Okay. That's still good.
Yep.
What do we all complain about with the broadcast coverage, Lex?
Commercials.
Yes. Not enough golf. Too much extra junk, right?
Yep.
It's the commercials. It's the long bumper music at the beginning when they come back from commercials where they play like dumb music and we got to sit here and watch like 20 seconds of a steady shot of flowers. And it's like there's golf being played.
Yep. Right?
Like this is the tournament. I was thinking about this too. Like golf is this weird, like the broadcast, it's this weird replay sport where it's acceptable to like have a lot of stuff that's on replay.
Right? Yeah. Yep.
And I was thinking about, like, imagine if it was some other sport. Imagine it's baseball, and they cut away to some puff piece about a player, or commercials, or some sort of interview, and
then go, oh, while we were doing that, there was a home run.
There was a grand slam. Let's go back and show you the replay. There was you wouldn't accept that in baseball. You go, what are you doing? Right? You weren't live for the grand slam, right? And that's kind of how golf is. And you know, there's practical reasons you can't have footage of all like 150 players on all their shots. But the goal, if I was a director, the goal should always be trying to get as much coverage as possible and really keeping your eye out and going like, where do I need to have my cameras, have my coverage to kind of like my instincts about where am I going to see magic on the course and catch it in the moment, right? So we're not doing this like we were away for 10 minutes with commercials and a puff piece. And oh, by the way, while we were gone, a guy hit a hole in one.
Yeah. You're right. It is very replay. Oh, left again. Bounced off the tree. We're in trouble. And I damaged the tee box.
Oh, that's okay. Just pretend there's a junior out here today. You think you're trying to hit it too far, and that's why you're tugging it left, maybe, or?
Yeah, maybe. I played that one back in my stance a little bit, and I'm probably, I don't know, have a crap swing. It's fine. It's not going to matter on this hole anyway. This is a 3-shotter to get there.
Yep. And what's up, Cat GPT?
A long hole.
Walk up to you. East Coast Buds. Walk up to you as well. He says, what's up, my peoples? Cheers.
I'm excited to see if Viktor today can like turn something on.
Yeah.
I really want to see Viktor run away with this shit.
That would be cool. So anyway, just the kind of capper on this is...
Just keep talking, Phil. Just keep talking. It's 7 irons, bud.
No, it's okay.
It's ain't magic.
I can't help it.
All right, I didn't think about my third shot as much as I should have.
Yeah. So here's my final thing, right? So we all agree there's too much fluff, there's too much junk on these telecasts, and they don't show enough of the golf. And these after-round interviews that fundamentally add zero value to the product, right? They're happening mid-tournament when the actual competition's happening, right? It would be a different thing if you had a situation where we made all of the players wait all the way to like 6:30 evening hanging out, and then you did all of the interviews after everyone's done. So there's none of this like we've gone to an interview and we're missing the actual competition, right? Of course you're not going to do that. And that's just my point, is these after round interviews, they don't do anything for my enjoyment of the product, because they don't add anything, and it's just yet more stuff cutting away from the literal game that's being played.
We want to see Rory cry after his round, though.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put a 7-iron right into the bank here, I think. All right, that's pretty good.
Whoops.
Pretty good.
Too much of a zoom. I can't see it.
Pretty good.
Yeah, good point. Cat GPT says it's so dumb, actually, especially when they already do post-round press conferences. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know why we need this obligatory, like, how'd you feel about your round today? I felt good about it. What'd you think about that shot on 2? I felt good about it. You missed that putt on 6. Yeah, I didn't feel good about that. Like, what do you think they're gonna say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
My butthole was itching on number 4, and it distracted me.
Yeah.
Like, if they said that, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool, now we're getting some insight, you know?
Yeah.
But these guys are robots?
Yeah. Yeah, good point. Iron Dog says he thinks after the round you should have to go confess to Jack. Yeah. I like that. That's good. Go tell Jack all your sins. Hey, oh, good putt. Good putt.
That was a really good putt. Putting's getting better.
Yeah. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Bogey.
Bogey.
Okay. Well, I gotta update my scorecard. That was a bogey on the par 3
yeah,
too,
they're
right?
all bogeys.
Yeah.
They're all bogeys.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. Literally
No,
got
not
one.
bad at all.
You got one club.
Yep.
Yeah, anyway, the golf commentariat should be thanking Rory right now. He's like literally giving them oodles of content with his behavior. And they're pissed at him. And everyone's calling him a petulant baby. Oh, and now this is going to go, Rod. This will go to my USGA rule thing. Let's see, hold on. 10, 20, 24? We're at 24. So people are, after that T-marker smash that he did, people on the internet are calling for Rory to get DQ'd from the tournament, right? It's like rule 2.1 about unsportsmanlike conduct. Stack Java says,
I mean, it is a fucked up thing to do. Like, if you're playing with that guy,
yeah,
right? You got a guy who's like breaking stuff on the golf course, and you got to try to play with this guy.
Yeah,
like that kind of sucks.
Yeah, yeah. See, that'd be cool. That'd be good content. I want to see his playing partner confront him and go like, "Dude, you got to fucking get your shit together. Like, you can't be a piss queen out here." And like they get in a shouting match. Like, that's content.
All right, 7-iron.
Okay.
Stay nice and short. Stay short.
Stay short.
Stay short. All right, I think it's okay.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at hole number 6 here. It's par 4, 302. This sets up nice for 2 7s. There you go, Barry. Barry said hit a 7. Yeah.
Barry?
Yeah. Yeah, see, and I get it, Rod. So, like, and this is why I think this rule needs to get rewritten. Right? Rod says, yes, the committee could disqualify him for that. Well, I believe the rule says egregious unsportsmanlike conduct, and it's the way it's written is it's vaguely towards other players. And the problem I have with the rule is that unsportsmanlike conduct, that is subjective. That is literally...
That's pretty subjective.
It's overly broad and vague. And honestly, whatever, that's fine. But you got to change it and just say that the organizing committee, the tournament people that run it, can just decide to kick you off for any reason without giving a reason, right? And just... Because the problem is if they DQ'd Rory for smashing that tee box and said it's because of that rule, now you're in this impossible thing about this discussion about what constitutes unsportsmanlike conduct. And that could mean anything to anybody.
$144. This is pretty good for a 7-iron here. I like it. Let's get a par, shall we? Okay, maybe a birdie.
All right, very nice. That's a fair question. Stack Java says, what would you say if you saw a guy do that at your local? Right? Well, it's so much context, and this is why you got a problem with this. And this is where I go, like, look, if it's a USGA sanctioned event, change the rule that just says they can kick someone, they can DQ someone for any reason at any time, and just leave it at that, right? So that it's just like whatever. Because it's going to come down to whoever, it's going to come down to the value system and the subjective opinion of what constitutes unsportsmanlike conduct to the dudes that are on the scene, the officials, the USGA officials who are running that particular tournament, right? I don't think they fly back to Pontevedra and like have a big meeting, right? For like a USGA junior tournament to go like, we got a serious situation in Hoboken, Michigan. Some kid slammed his club and said some swears. We got to have like a big meeting to find out if we need to DQ this kid, right? Because that's the argument everyone's making online is like, if my kid did this at his local, he'd be DQ'd instantly. And it's just, it's like, I don't know, maybe not. It all depends on the context. It depends on how contrite, how the person responds after being talked to, right? Like, I don't know. If someone did that, they lost their temper, and then they came back and said, yeah, it was real bad. And I struggle with my emotions on the course, and I just got myself in a really bad spot mentally, and I lost control, and I did something stupid. I go, okay, you're obviously apologetic. You realize. I wouldn't DQ him then.
What's this going to do we think?
Rod says damaging the course infrastructure is more egregious than just slamming a club. He damaged a tee marker. The thing it's made out of cardboard. It's temporary, Rod. It's not the ones for Oakmont. They put little cheapy USGA ones. That's what's great. Is Rory knew that, right? He clearly knew that thing could just get smashed. I don't know. It costs like $2.
Hey, there's a par.
Hey, very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rod says junior and amateur events that are USGA events, they would for sure react to that. Well, it's as someone pointed out, they said they're not going to do anything to Rory, right? And I wish this is my point, right? Is let's just start being honest. Let's just start being honest, right? Like that's what I want Rory. If he gives an interview and they say, Rory, you smashed a T marker, and all the people that love to freak out and make tweets on the internet are saying you should be DQ'd from the tournament. What do you think? He goes, really, what I'd love for him to say is go, no. He'd say, yeah, I should be DQ'd, but they're not going to do it. I'm their second biggest star. I've got massive amounts of power and influence behind the scenes with all the stakeholders in golf. I'm like one of the most powerful people in golf. They're not going to F with me. So of course they're not going to DQ me. But should I be? Yeah, maybe, probably. Right? Like I want an answer like that. I go, respect. Respect for the honesty. And it's correct.
We got to lay up. This is a tough layup shot.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. What's up, Horse? Walk up! Horse? I think that should be a 5. Lex, we did get a bogey on hole 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my bad. So actually that's, I think I gotta go one more here.
We've been doing good. We've just got single bogeys. No blow-ups, no double bogeys.
Yep.
We've been doing pretty darn good with this.
Yep. Let's see, East Coast Bud says he's got his next round tomorrow, full 18. It's going to be his 5th round ever. Love to see it. Good job, East Coast Buds. How's the swing going? How's the game progressing? Horace says he's drunk. He's 8 beers in, just finished 18. Love to see it.
Sweet.
Love to see it.
The nearest point of relief will be down here, but that's closer to the hole. Nearest point back there. I'm just going to play this as it lies. Bye-bye.
Not bad.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. It's a tough one. At least you didn't send it into the water.
You have to get it over the water. I
Yep.
actually should have flopped it.
Yeah.
I should have flopped it again.
How come you didn't, take the relief back and flop it through the fluffy stuff?
Yeah. I don't know.
All right. Well, anyway, I think that's my talking points about the Rory stuff. Anyway, I'm so stoked for Rory and his villain arc. Right? It's like, so, I feel bad for the guy because I think Rory probably is like arrogant and elitist. I don't think he's a petulant child like everyone says. I just, the guy was a child prodigy golfer, right? You can imagine how that would format your brains if literally by the time, like he was like Tiger, like he was on like British TV by the time he was like 4 years old, right? With people fawning over him, telling him he's the most amazing person in the world. I don't know. And I don't know. It's gonna make you a type of person. And then he's got to spend his whole life trying to fake it, right? Trying to pretend for the rest of us that he's like a humble, relatable guy, blah blah blah. Right? I think he's cracking. You can't pretend who you are as someone different your whole life.
That was not bad.
Stack Java says philosophy bombs from Phil.
Hit it, buddy.
Okay, that was one.
That's a double.
Two. Okay. Yeah, and sorry about the fuzzy camera, guys. It's this stupid hole in the bad data on this hole.
Lex thinks he's good. Let's not burst his bubble. What's worse than a bogey? Oh yeah, it's a double.
Well, here's my thing, Rod. Rod says guarantees the USGA is going to have a talk to Rory about that. It'll be done privately. Fine, but be fair. Why are they talking to Scotty Scheffler about his like constant club slamming? Right? Why hasn't Scotty been DQ'd? He almost freaking killed his caddy by losing his temper like a month ago. I don't think they're talking to Scotty.
But that's like his personal property though, his caddy.
Yeah, it's a slave. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like personal property. It's your golf slave.
Indenture caddytude.
All right, 7 iron. Oh, that was bad.
Oh.
All right, let's go hit it again.
Yeah. Yep. No, and that's kind of my point too, Horse. Horse says, grown men gonna rage on the golf course. Just how it is. Yeah, kind of.
I don't rage. I'm like,
sure. Yeah.
Dalai Lama out.
Yeah,
Dalai
you're
Lama out here.
yeah, you're the model of even keel, sure. I just honestly, it's an essential part of golf, right? Is the fact that you care so much about this shit that you literally lose your shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just that's what makes it fun. I love watching people melt down, right? Like, I don't like football. I'm not a football fan, but God love it. If I don't love tuning in to the last 5 minutes of the Super Bowl to watch all these grown men on the losing team fucking crying like little babies, I love it.
Yeah.
I soak up all those tears.
All right, we got a good lie. We're about 200 out. Can't quite get a 7 iron this far. But we're going to try. In the bunker.
Okay.
Apparently, I could take a 7 iron that far.
Yeah.
So how do you play a bunker shot with a 7 iron?
Open up the club face.
Yeah.
You can open it up to treat it like a lob wedge or whatever, like a wedge. You know, the new meta with bunker shots is not to open your stance like your feet, but I'd say in that scenario, yeah, like open up your stance and de-loft the club and really do the best you can to use whatever bounce you can get on the sole of the club, and try to splash as much as possible and just pray. And you know what? If you scold across the green, pull out your little
Well, I'm a little worried about these condos.
pull out your little T marker and smash it.
You want to get Alan Slicer on the phone for me?
Yeah. Look, these people bought a condo on the golf course. They assume the risk.
Yep.
Boom. Oh, damn it. I thought that was going to be good. There it is. Yep, see, you can do it. It's good practice. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Rod, I'm glad you mentioned this, Rod. Rod says, but the USGA is much more prudish and won't let that slide. If a 14-year-old kid did that at their junior amateur, they would likely get a warning first. And if it happened again, it would be a DQ. Here's the hypocrisy. What about the over-the-top rampant cheating that happens in the junior golf tournaments? Like rampant bad cheating. They basically turn a blind eye to that, right? They're not like spending a lot, and it's really just, it's a matter of time, right? You're gonna spend all this like money on labor to like adjudicate all this stuff and start like having like a quasi police force to police golfers. I don't know. It's just, it's a nice idea in theory, but all right, we got there. 1, 2, 3,
It's a
4.
5.
That's 5. All right, very nice.
I'm playing almost as good with one club as I do with all the other clubs.
Yeah.
Game. This next hole's really tricky. It's going to be tough to make the fairway. I'm still playing from the back tees, even though we're playing with just a 7-iron. Didn't move up any tee boxes or nothing.
Hey, what's up, Mr. G? Good to see you. All right. 142. All right, anyway. That was all my bullshit for the day. I think. Oh, here's my last spicy thing. These people online who are calling for this maximal punishment for Rory smashing the tee marker, right? These people go like, DQ him, DQ him. These are the same people who literally, after a week, will like forgive and forget their favorite football player for getting caught beating up their girlfriend.
Yeah. There was a good 7-iron.
Nice.
There was a good one. Didn't make the fairway, almost in the water.
Okay. All right, here we are at hole 9, par 4, 422. Barely got it over that water, but that's good. Right. No one would give a crap that Rory smashed that tee marker if there wasn't all this narrative that's been going on for 2 weeks about him being a crybaby and not talking to the press and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. No one would blink an eye. It's just they don't like him right now, right? And so of course, it's just like, oh, disqualify him. Yeah, don't whack our camera. Take it easy, Stack Java. Good to see you.
Okay, 7-iron.
All right. Very nice.
Thank you. It's a good one. That was a good swing.
Yeah. Yeah, someone, Horse mentioned Adam Scott. I'd love to see a final pairing of Viktor Hovland and Adam Scott. That'd be good TV. That's kind of crossing my fingers for that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Obviously, if I put my broadcaster hat on, that's what I would want, because there's a lot of BS narrative. You can talk about how that's going to define their careers. Right, Adam Scott, amazing career, but doesn't have as many major championships as maybe people thought he might get when he first came on the scene. And if he pulled one out here in the twilight of his career, that would be career defining. And then, of course, same thing, Viktor Hovland is kind of this question mark about, like, this guy's got all the stuff, but he hasn't pulled it out yet. And as you kind of get scared, you go like, I don't know, is it going to be like a Jordan Spieth thing where, like, flash the pan, then he fizzles out?
Settle. No. Back bunker.
No. Ooh, that's going to be a fun shot. This is going to be a good one. Maybe it's time to chip and let the lip pop it up in the air.
Yeah. With where it is in the bunker, that's actually not half bad of an idea.
Yeah, might want to consider it. Rod says, LOL, I'd make Rory do a junior clinic for free, and he would have to cover sportsmanship and etiquette. Yeah. I'd like Rory to speak some truth to those kids and go, look, let me give you guys a dose of reality. When you're a billionaire and you're, the second most popular person on your tour, and you've got massive power and influence in your sport, in your industry, they let you do it. You can do what you want. Right? Tell the kids the truth. Oh, I did have one other thing about this too. Because the big justification, right? The argument for people about why you want these golfers, to model good behavior or whatever, is it's for the kids. It's for the kids, right? We got to teach the kids how to be appropriate on the golf course. And I was thinking about this, like, again, nice in theory, but doesn't actually work in reality, right? Like, we all grew up watching, the golfers, like, model the good behavior. It didn't work. You gotta hit it harder than that. I was thinking actually chipping the 7-iron and smashing the lip.
No, I can ride this lip right on out of here.
Nice. Horse said he saw a guy putt out of the bunker today when he played his round. He said, oh my god, second guy I've seen. He said the first guy got out though. Yeah, I just, like,
I don't do it that often.
Like, one thing I love to see pro golfers do, because I know they have actual real thoughts about their fellow competitors, right? Because there's cliques, or cliques, however you guys pronounce, right? There's little cliques, and these guys all don't like each other. And I'd love to see, like, genuine, like, interviews where it's like, you're playing with so-and-so today. How you feeling about that? And go, I'm not worried. This guy sucks. This guy can't fucking putt. And he's a douchebag. I actually hate him. I really hope I beat him because I effing hate this guy. Right? And, like, that would be totally inappropriate, right? People like, oh, you're not showing the kids how to be good sportsmen, blah, blah, blah. But, like, the first thing is, like, this is how we all play at the amateur level with our best friends, right? It's like, the more we're best friends when we get on the course, the more shit talking we do with each other, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, what was that score, Lex? Was that a 6?
That was a 6.
Yeah.
Lex thinks he's good.
Yep.
Let's not burst his bubble.
And I just,
What's worse
right, if this, like, respect, tradition, all this stuff actually worked to have, like, the pro players model the behavior, then the rest of us would be like that, but we're not. It just doesn't work in practice. Right? So, I don't know. All right. Anyway, you want to play a few more, or are we good? What do you think?
I don't know. It's up to you, Phil.
What do you guys want to do? You want a few more holes? That was pretty quick. That was literally 1 hour. I wasn't expecting to go that fast.
Well, it's a nine holer.
Yep.
Nine holes are fast.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Apparently, yeah. You guys think Brooks, Koepka, and Brayson hate each other? I'd love to see that.
I mean, honestly, I see someone out on the green now. There's a group in front of us.
Yeah. Well, East Coast Bud says he's down to see some holes. Play one more. I want to see to do the 7-iron on this hole 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Because actually, I got one more thing I want to show you guys. This is actually a nice positive thing. This came across. I thought this was kind of cool. So this is a new show on YouTube called Shanked. And you guys have kind of heard me talk about, like, I wish there was more like purely original content, and I don't understand why we can't like actually make TV shows on YouTube. And that's literally what this is. It's a new golf comedy show, and pretty decent, solid episode. Lex, you know the James Lynch, the guy with the Grace Karras that does the nice tits. I mean, nice shot.
Yeah.
So it's that guy. He seems to be kind of one of the central people, and he's got a new golf comedy show where it's basically like a golf club, and it's got all the different employees, and they're all like goofballs and bad at their jobs and get into hijinks and whatever, and it's called Shanked. Anyway, I watched it this morning. It was pretty good. Yeah, so I recommend, guys, go check this out. Give them a sub, give it a like, give it a watch. Let me know what you think. It's kind of cool though to actually see like actual original content, comedy
content.
Yeah, that's a golf show.
Well, good on James Lynch. I didn't think he had it in him.
Yeah, no, I'm happy about that too, because I always feel bad that the horse says if it sucks we burn Phil. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like out of the park amazing. I have some little nitpicks. Like, one of the things that's tough with like especially like a sitcom type thing, it's basically like a golf sitcom, basically, is that the first episode always sucks because you have to do so much exposition to introduce the new characters. It doesn't give you a lot of room to just get straight to like jokes in the script. Because you got to kind of tell the audience what the characters are, and their backstory, and their comedic perspective, and stuff like that. They did a pretty good job. And then the only other thing, pilots. Yeah, horse. Yeah, pilots are tough. The other thing about it was, there was maybe small concern, was kind of the main gag in this first episode was basically just a replay of... And I presume you guys would know what I'm talking about. This viral short that got huge, that kind of blew up the Grace Karras girl, where she like swings the club and the dude's behind her and he goes, "Nice tits. I mean, nice shot." Right? So that's kind of the central thing in this episode, is that same joke. He does it again to like a different golfer. He plays like the teaching pro at this fictional golf course. And so that's it's like the same joke again, which is a little concerning, because it's like, that was like years ago now. Like, he hasn't come up with a new bit. I don't know. But it is cool to see him kind of do this, because I always felt bad that Grace Karras was the one that blew up from that little short. And she basically has no part in the success. It's all about the way he delivers that line and his reaction. Like, he's the reason that short is so funny and so popular. But he's like never gotten kind of credit for it or something, right? It's like she's the one that blew up. I don't know. So anyway, yeah. But anyway, I thought that was kind of cool.
All right, 7-iron into the wind. I got to try to knock this down to get it there.
Okay. was
That's everything I got.
that was aggressive.
Barely made the green.
Cameron asks, Phil, what clubs are in your bag? I've got... Well, my irons are hand-me-downs that my older brother sent me about 6 months ago. That are Callaways. The Callaway Big Bertha with the plastic in the back. I don't know equipment, I'm sorry. I've got Lex had the 2 Odyssey putters, so I have the blade one, the White Hot. My older brother also, he upgraded his wedges, and he had basically a brand new set of Kirkland wedges, so I've got those, which I love because they have brand new grooves on them. And then Lex, do you know the name of the driver you gave me? Not the Cali made BS one, but the other one?
Titleist 850 Ti, I think.
Okay, yeah, something like that. Yeah. And then Lex doesn't use his
No, this is my last hole.
Is it Callaway Super Speed? Is your 3-wood?
7-wood. Yeah, it's a Callaway.
Yeah, whatever. He doesn't use the 5-wood for his Super Speed. So I have his 5-wood. And then he also gave me a really old Tommy Armour 3 hybrid or something like that. Tommy Armour, I don't know. It's all hand-me-down stuff, Cameron. But it's good. It's good stuff. Nothing super old, nothing super crappy. All right. What was that, 1? Is that a 4?
That's a 4.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. Well, that was fun. Just enough time for me to get out all my bullshit.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well,
What a shoot on the 9 holes.
I got you for 45.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey,
Not
what's up,
bad.
amateurs golfing? A happy walk up to you. Happy Saturday. Happy U.S. Open week. We're ending the stream, amateurs, unfortunately. We're just doing a quick 9 holes. It was a 1 club challenge with a 7-iron. I think it went pretty well, actually.
It did go well.
Had some fun shots there. Pretty decent score, considering. You know, just as a final thing, too, guys. You guys are really failing me on these little fun challenges, right? You guys had homework. You were supposed to go some of these other challenges that we've done in the past. You guys were supposed to go out to your course and do them yourself and then report back. And I've never seen anyone report back in the Discord. Not happy about it.
You know what we should have done today?
What?
Was a 1-ball challenge. Play until I lose the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
That would have been a good one.
Did you lose a ball, actually? I'm trying to think.
No.
Yeah. So you would have made it through. So we basically did do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I would keep playing, though, because I haven't lost the ball yet. I would just keep playing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like 1 club, 1 ball.
Mhm.
Or just 1 ball challenge.
Yeah.
What I learned. Let's do that golfer interview, post-round interview.
There you go.
you can hit a 7-iron a lot of ways. Comes down to putting. It's really just comes down to the fucking green and how am I doing on that green that day? Am I going to make putts? Do I have confidence in the putter? Yeah. So what was I? I was 9 over.
10.
10 over. Yeah, with just a 7-iron, that seems pretty reasonably good to me, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So happy with the way it went.
All right, cool.
That was a good round of golf.
Very nice. All right. What else you got?
Playing tomorrow, Father's Day. We're gonna do 18 holes, weekly test of golf, over on the big course.
Yes.
I think I play better on that course. I don't lose as many balls. And I was looking at my handicap, and I posted this in the Discord. My handicap drops off precipitously once they opened up that other golf course. And I'm like, yeah, I started playing that one. It's rated harder, and I play it better. Of course, my handicap's going to drop, right? It's like this Astor Creek place I played. If I was a member at Astor Creek, my handicap would be scratch.
Yeah.
If I was a member there.
Yeah.
Because you can't lose a ball, so I'm not going to get in trouble.
Yep.
And so my handicap's going to be really freaking low. So that's one of those gripes about, this using your handicap as some sort of judge. Like, so much of it, I think, depends on the course, and the course ratings do not accurately reflect how difficult different courses can be, and the playing conditions calculations don't reflect, how hard it can be. If you have rough up, wind up, if you got some, wind in your face, all of a sudden, a course that could play pretty easy just becomes a monster because of some wind.
Yeah. Yep. All right, cool. Well, let's end it there. Everyone left, actually. We're talking to nobody. Oh, no, maybe not.
Okay.
There's a few people. Anyway, what did I learn? I learned that the golf journalist, golf media industrial complex should be kissing Rory's ass, not yelling at him, because he's giving them a lot of money and a lot of stuff to make content out of by smashing things and actually not talking to them. I guess a few guys are still here. That's the stupid studio. Anyway, that's all we got for you guys. Enjoy your rest of your afternoon. Enjoy watching the U.S. Open. I'll be around a little bit in the Discord. If I see something interesting on the telecast that we can bullshit about, we'll be hanging out in there. All right, guys. Anyway. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. for our, classic stroke play, Road to Scratch. We'll see how well Lex plays. And, won't hurt our feelings if you're not there tomorrow. It is Sunday at the U.S. Open. It's, in my opinion, the most important major of the year, and it's the final day. So, anyway, we'll be live streaming, but, you don't have to watch. Okay, bye-bye. Bye.